boyfriend broke up with me and I broke the heel on my shoe. Dang, that's rough. Sorry. Is there anything I can do? Yeah, actually, can you take that food? I need to do a live stream. Everyone needs to know that I cried today. Are you sure this is a good idea? Maybe you should take some time, to yourself so you can calm down. Maybe you should talk less. Whenever you're ready. Hey everyone, today has really sucked. My boyfriend, he broke up with me. How was that? I don't know how to respond to that. Monetize your tears, I guess?
Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jasmine. I do TV commentary, movie reviews, talk about current events, and talk about the occasional scammer. Side note, I'm finally drawing again. I hope I'm not too rusty, but I will be uploading on my main channel again. Feel free to check out my main channel, the channel that started it all, that has nothing to do with this channel. There will be lots of real-time progress videos of me drawing on my main channel, progress pictures, and all of that stuff since my current project is going to take a few months. The link for that is in the description, and thank you so much for watching. This is my lazy video once again. I notice whenever I talk about a weird case, it's usually where I'm not on camera because by the time I finish writing the scripts and I'm ready to film, it's the middle of the night and I just want to film real quick so that I can get the video up earlier instead of messing with the lights, moving them around, waiting for the video light batteries to charge, and then trying to decide on which shirt to wear. So for today's story, I have blurred out the kids' faces. For me, it just makes sense to. Also, the lady swears a lot, so I have to do a lot of censoring. I personally don't like to hear it every single sentence. This woman is broadcasting herself bullying her daughter live. Yes, live. If you don't know who this woman is, this is Megan Gower, a mom of at least 2 children. And yes, she has a husband, and we will talk about him later on in the video. That is a whole thing. Megan Gower is basically like a TikTok mom. She posts her life and her going to get fast food with her kids, grocery shopping, doing stuff with her husband and her kids in the kitchen, just like their everyday life basically. But what is basically spreading around right now is this live video that she did on TikTok with her kids, and she is absolutely just losing it. Megan Gower is on a whole other level because this one right here decided to do a live stream not of her prepping her meals or answering her most asked questions, but a live stream of her berating her daughter time after time after time, swinging at her, yelling, all while the dad is in the same room and just chooses to ignore it all.
Is your bio? Yeah. Sadly. Wait, why are you talking to your kids like that? You ain't heard nothing yet, baby. Damn, your hair is nappy. Put your brother's f***ing toothbrush up. I don't give a fuck about what. I don't give a fuck about what some random person on the internet gotta say. Pick your head. Get.
Ow!
Get off the sink!
Hold me.
I will yank you bald-headed. You're literally making shit complicated for no reason.
You're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. I wasn't doing anything.
Well, good thing they ain't your kids, Julie.
I didn't.
Get over here and being fake nice to my kids just because I'm on live. You're gonna get the real deal. This is how it is. All on live, off live, bitch. I don't give a fuck. What?
Somebody likes my hair.
Nobody said anything about your hair.
Side.
Ooh, you finna be bald-headed. I'm gonna shave your shit. You ain't gonna have no motherfucking hair to do.
In my opinion, she comes off as one of those parents who wants kids really badly and then finds out she's pregnant and having a girl, then she throws a tantrum because it's not the boy she wanted and now her life isn't going to go as planned. I say this because she literally said you don't want a girl on the live stream.
Poor boys. You don't want no f***ing girls, let me tell you.
We've got people who treat their kids like employees, like Ruby Frankie. There's people that treat their kids like garbage disposals, feeding them whatever, or just disposable in general, where they leave the kids by themselves for years. Why are you treating your kids as something to take your anger out on, or relying on them for your emotional outlets, or treating them like they're spare parents? I don't understand parents that do that.
More and more people are speaking out about Megan Gower, and a lot of people went to school with her. Also, I'll be sharing a post that she shared on Facebook about narcissistic mothers. So first, I'm going to start with a post that she shared January 16th about narcissistic family. So as you'll see right here, she said, do not ever tell someone who has cut their mother out of their life due to narcissistic, well, that's not your mom. You need to respect your mom. No, obviously, if an adult child cuts contact with their parent, it's because the parent did some awful things to them. You don't know what that person went through with their parent. You don't know what kind of that person went through daily as a child. Please stop believing all parents deserve a relationship with their child, because not all parents are good parents. Well, isn't that just the kettle calling the pot black? Moving on to what y'all are probably really wanting to see, though. We have this comment here from somebody who went to school with her. It says, my sister went to school with her. I was 2 grades above. Thought she was no, she had a pretty face, that's it. This is her true nature. She's not a good person. She was, let me say, the one that got around. That's why she considered popular. Also, you'll read this comment right here, and it says, and let's add her sorry excuse of a husband in this too. He was there, he saw and heard, and did nothing to stop it. They both need to be reported, and I think he's the National Guard. They don't put up with this kind of crap. Here is more from people who went to school with her. She was always a mean girl. Well, at least that's what she gave me as a vibe. Last year I saw her at my daughter's school. She was signing her daughter up for cheer. I think she never liked me because she was giving me the face, which I could care less because I never liked her either. This bottom comment says, I remember her as the school, but also remember being so ugly to people. I was maybe 2 grades ahead and remember her being so ugly in school. I've been waiting for Lewisburg folks to see this mess. This girl was like this in school also. She's been her whole life. Sadly, now she has kids to B-U-L-L-Y. This is her stepson's grandmother coming again to FB, saying she is trusted for my daughter from day one because she is a mom of her stepchildren. Always been a B-U-L-L-Y and B-U-L-L-I-E-D, my cousin in high school. As soon as I saw her face, I knew it wasn't going to be good. I think that's enough to show right there that she clearly has a history of being this way towards people, and it's sad that she's now reflecting this on her children. And I pray that she gets the help that she needs.
We're going to Monster Jam.
Give me it. Give me it. Give me it. Give me it.
Get out.
Give me it. It's fine. Give me it. Give me it.
Get out of my room.
Give me it.
Touch me again.
Mommy, touch me again.
Get out of my damn room.
Look at that guy.
Yeah.
My old
Mom is like, you kid.
Tina was being mean to me.
Oh, how's it being mean to you? None of your damn business. That's what.
What's that? It's a spin thing and
My daughter says.
we're
going to Alabama. Well, why is it not spinning?
You have to hold it and spin it like this.
Okay, I'm done. Piss me off. I'm so excited to see them and then just ruin it.
You don't want to ruin it.
Get the hell out of my room!
Who?
Who? Because I'll drop your motherfucking ass off.
I told you she wasn't going.
You won't go nowhere.
Mommy. Mommy.
Huh?
Mommy.
What?
Why I got you new pajamas?
I got you new pajamas? Yes, I
Are too
did.
big for me?
They are a little big, but it's okay. 0 to 100.
But Tina got
She's
me.
bipolar.
But Tina got me some blue pajamas.
I got you some blue pajamas. Yeah.
And they're too small.
Did you? They're too small for you. She don't know what size you wear. I know that's right. Come here, let me see you.
I was ready to see you.
Damn, your hair is nappy. My handsome boy, he's so cute. Oh, you know those little things that like rip the little, they cut the little hair ties. Which little brother's toothbrush up? I don't get.
There's so much parenting that isn't happening. These people shouldn't be parents. That is disgraceful. The dad is just wandering around, oblivious to what's going on, like he ain't seen nothing. It really appears that she hates her daughter, from threatening to physically harm her to yelling at her, being very aggressive, impatient. Now, there's an Instagram page that has popped up under the name Megan Gower. At the time I took the screenshots, it was public, but now the page is private. That is posting all of these quotes with inspirational music. This has to be a satire account. I wouldn't care if the kid is mine or not. Any child on this planet is safe when they are in my presence, period. Stop fighting! Stop it! My cats are fighting again. Ooh, this one says, my sweet daughter, I promise I'll always be your safe place, your biggest supporter, and your forever friend. Hold on to that. Yeah, this is definitely satire. And some of the comments under that new account that has popped up say, if you're her safe space, I'd hate to see what an unsafe space looks like. Your viral video says otherwise. Now, if only you could actually treat her that way instead of just crying online. Hypocrite. Take some parenting classes. I hesitate to even add comments, but this is just so wrong. And Megan Gower account replies, thanks. Hope your man leaves you and takes the kids with him. Well, based on the way that he was acting during the live streams, I don't think they're really safe in his care either at this point. So her TikTok ended up getting removed. It either got mass reported or she took down the account herself. Nobody really knows. I'm not sure if the Instagram account is real.
I just wanted to come on here and take accountability for the things that I said and did yesterday on my live. Nobody deserves that, especially my children. Unfortunately, I have some very dark, deep-rooted things inside of me that I have been working to heal for the last 2-ish years, and some of those things still come out whenever I am triggered. I am not a perfect mother. I have never claimed to be. Unfortunately, I was very triggered yesterday. I was very overstimulated and I exploded. And before you look at me and say, oh, I get overstimulated too and I don't snap out like that. Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm so happy for you. I'm working towards that. This video showed you a very small snippet of my live. It didn't show you the before. It didn't show you the after where I hung up and went and calmed the down, apologized to my child, and we talked.
Being overstimulated is not a reason to call your kids names and scream at them. There are the parents that swear and yell in front of their kids, then tell their kids not to do that because it's unacceptable behavior. She treats her daughter like she's such an inconvenience and she regretted having her. I see a no contact life in the daughter's future because why wouldn't you? Lots of people can't have kids and there's people like this that don't appreciate the blessing of a kid they have. Heaven forbid your kid asks you a question. You shouldn't be a parent if you have zero patience. You shouldn't be one if every little thing your kid does or experiences makes you mad. There's seriously something wrong with you.
My kids get on my ever-loving nerves. How often do you think you guys get on my nerves?
Like 80% of the time. 60%.
80-60% of the time my kids get on my ever-loving nerves. How many times have I told one of y'all, like, just get the F out of my room and leave me the F alone?
0.
Have I ever said, just leave me the F alone?
0.
If mommy's doing your hair, come here, and you say, ow, and mommy, what if mommy, like, pulls your hair like this and pulls you out of the way real hard?
That would hurt my feelings.
It would hurt your feelings?
It would hurt.
Yeah. Would it make you so sad with mommy? Because mommy's supposed to protect you, right?
Yeah.
And not be mean like that.
Yeah, Mommy.
In my opinion, this girl was a mean girl in high school. And the way she rolls her eyes at one of her youngins and doesn't roll her eyes at the other youngin, the way she's mean to one and not mean to the other. In my opinion, the one she's hateful to probably reminds her the most of herself. And she's still just thinking about all the things she don't like about herself, and it just creates this constant misery in her brain. We wrote a whole song about mean girls, didn't we? Mean Girl by Macy Nicole. I just think, you know, at the end of the day, if you can snatch your youngin and tell her to get the F away from you because you're getting attention on TikTok, you suck. You're the worst ever.
Yeah, get this, Mom.
Get this, Mom.
Yeah.
The video of her pulling up the daughter's hair it's pretty hard to watch because there is a part in the video where she's like yanking her daughter's hair and she's like violently brushing it, like she's punishing her daughter by way of brushing her hair. As someone who's had a difficult time in life with my hair, I don't want people touching my hair. It was always an issue getting my hair done when I was little, and it was always tangled and it was always a task and it was always a problem. I got old enough to do my own hair around age 11 or 12. Girls grow up into women, and throughout our lives our hair is pretty important to us for different reasons. This is an overstimulation and it's an insult to people who get overstimulated and just need time to themselves. The reason I believe that is because none of this is ever directed at her son. Her son is her favorite human on the planet besides her husband.
Back this upside your head. Push me again. I'm so glad you're so nice and like your sister.
You're the one who ruined it.
Get the hell out of my room.
Yeah.
You're not going no where. Get out. Who? Because I'll drop your ass off.
Tina got
She's bipolar.
But
Ungrateful ass kids.
It's very selective when it comes to the way that she treats her kids. So her anger is like pretty much directed at her daughter. The husband just sits there and does nothing. I feel so bad for the kids. This is a terribly hostile environment. They're ignoring their kids while also being aggressive every time the kid is looking to interact with them, and I find that nauseating.
I see a lot of videos calling out Megan Gower, but you guys are forgetting that you need to call out her husband too. Her husband just watched all of that happen and didn't step in one time. Neither of them would get her clothes when the daughter asked. The daughter asked the mom and the dad, can you help me get clothes? Both of them told her no. And she only made an apology video because of all the backlash that she's gotten, because while she was in her live, she was telling everybody to F off if they didn't like her parenting. And the daughter flinching when she goes to reach back for her tells me everything that I need to know. Megan has since deleted her TikTok. I think she has a backup account, and that's where she posted her BS apology video, but everybody go to the search bar and look up Megan Gower, and you're gonna see snippets of her live of her absolutely having a meltdown and tantrum and flipping out at her, I think her 6-year-old daughter. Now as parents, we all get overstimulated and a lot of us shout and yell, but the way that she was treating her daughter was so disrespectful. And what Megan doesn't realize, what she did is everyone at school is going to see that. All the teachers are going to see that. And anytime now that her daughter says, hey, can so-and-so come over? No kids are going to be allowed at her house. If I saw that and her daughter invited my kids over, I'd be like, you're not going to Megan Gower's house. Do you see the way that she treats her? So now your daughter is going to be the talk of the school. Your husband is not masculine whatsoever for not stepping in. And she's going to be her daughter's first bully. She already is her daughter's first bully. Congratulations, Megan.
Every time I cover these stories while I'm doing research and watching everything that's going on, I'm like, you do realize a kid is a human being, right? That is a person. A case that's adjacent to this would be Ruby Franke. Ruby did this for years on camera, mistreating all of her kids to the point of forcing them to do physical labor and withholding food and affection from them. That isn't overstimulation, that's just being a crappy person. If Megan is doing this while she's displaying it to the entire internet, what's she doing when the camera's off? This mother doesn't regulate her own emotions, and she should have her kids given to someone who actually cares about them. Her daughter is in an environment now where she's being conditioned to feel like a burden, that her mom is always annoyed by her constantly, forever. The daughter flinches, so I can fill in the blanks about how she treats this 6-year-old. 6? That's all I need to know. She's been alive on this planet for 6 years. Are you kidding me? I'm just watching it through the computer screen and I feel threatened. Also, if that's a hard day for her and she's overstimulated, why are you doing a whole live stream? That would be the last thing I would want if I'm overstimulated. Why are people filming themselves at their lowest? That and filming themselves crying. I've never had an awful day and thought about taking out my camera and filming myself while I cry. TikTok had a lot to say about this.
Mama was talking to that baby like she was a up off the street. Let me give y'all all a reenactment of what led that crazy to cuss out her baby and then what all transpired after that. So picture it. The baby walk up, she got like a little makeup thing and she want Megan to open it, but they getting ready to go to a Monster Jam event, so they all getting dressed and stuff, getting ready. And so Megan's like, nah, you're not going to open this right now because you're going to have this shit all over the place. Words verbatim, all right? Now. That's where we're like, okay, it's a spicy mom, got a little potty mouth. There ain't no judgment there, so do I. The little baby was like, no, open it. She said, I'll knock you upside the head with this mother thing. So then by this time, another little baby was walking up talking about some pajamas that Megan had bought. She said, I bought you some new pajamas. You are so nice. Unlike your motherfucking sister. I was like, Lord have fucking mercy, what am I watching? And then so the little girl, Megan had set the makeup thing right beside her. So the little girl comes up beside her and she's trying to get it. And Megan pushes her back. She's, don't you fucking touch me. And the little girl's like, don't touch me. I was proud of that little girl for standing up for herself right there. She said, don't you touch me. So then Megan was like, you aren't motherfucking go. And the little girl said, yes, I am. She said, who fucking said so? I'll drop your motherfucking ass off. Oh, this was all on live. Like, Ed is chiming in the background because he was up in the closet getting ready. He was like, I already told her that she won't open it, blah, 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 blah. But he won't take enough for the baby. He won't like, don't talk to my daughter like that. One thing led to another. They ended up in the bathroom where it was time for Megan to do the little girl hair. She had to take her hair bow out and everything because it was in a ponytail. As she took it out, she ripped that fucking baby head out. That baby said, and then she tried to make up some excuse talking about there was a clip that she always forget to take out. And so she ain't not one time fucking apologized to that baby for yanking her damn hair, nothing like that. And the baby got playing with shit up on the sink and stuff like that. And Megan was like, don't touch your brother's mother. Just trying to crinkle the baby hair. The baby kept moving. She said, keep your head still. You're not going. You're not mother going. The girl didn't like her hairstyle, so she won't smile or nothing about that because that's not how she wanted her hair. She said, oh, well, you're going to wear it like this. Then they go to the bedroom to pick out clothes. She's still cussing this child out. The child don't want to wear that she's picking out. And so she's cussing the baby out. Next thing you know, she's like, you're not mother going. I'm dropping your mother off. The baby's like, no, I want to go. And the next day, Megan, after she's getting all this heat, she get up on here, make an apology video, talking about she shouldn't have been treating her kids like that, her daughter like that, blah, 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 blah. I was thinking it was her stepchild. Still don't make it no better. I just still thought it was her stepchild, the way that she was treating the child. She got some issues and deep root, blah, 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 blah. We all got issues. She treated that baby like she was a up off the street, and no, that child was not acting correct when she told her no, that she won't gonna open that shit or whatever, blah, 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 blah. Parent her. Explain better. Don't treat her like she is the scum on the bottom of your shoe, and then when her ass get grown and decide not to have nothing to do with your motherfucker, you want to cry and don't understand why. Or when she gets up in the schoolhouse and she don't know how to act in a social setting because her home life is all up because the people that are supposed to protect her, cherish her, and love the shit out of her ain't teaching her turmoil and chaos. I'm questioning it when you got to be up at that schoolhouse all the time because that child is lashing out at her teachers or her peers because that's all she knows is to be lashed out at. So she's going to lash out at others as well. What the do people not understand about that shit? All of the backlash that this woman is getting is rightfully deserved. It like pisses me off because there are so many women up and men that cannot have children of their own and cannot have that experience that somebody that can get pregnant, that can have, you know, a natural birth and stuff like that. They can't experience that shit. And then we got people over here that are, and they don't cherish that. They act like it's just nothing. They don't act like it's a blessing. And
so we'll just have to see how this all turns out. And apparently a lot of people reported her to CPS allegedly, so we'll see what comes of that. But the apology, I was like, you know what, let me go to sleep after I heard that.
I'm highly furious this morning. I'm part of like a smocked pre-order group on Facebook. I'm not going to say the name because we're going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Pre-orders, right? So you're ordering them months in advance. Okay, well, I've ordered a ton from her. I've probably received like 5 things that I've ordered. Well, they were both delayed because Vietnam got hit by that tsunami. Okay, I'm understanding. There's a delay. I still was like, I really want to try to get the outfits. And she was like, okay, that's fine. Ended up not getting them. So she just refunded me the money. That's fine. Other pre-sale groups that I'm a part of were also posting that there was a delay in these certain POs. I already had things on order to arrive at a later time. And since then, I've ordered more things because she's always very sweet. 2 weeks ago, I don't even remember, I realized that I hadn't got these 2 things that were supposed to arrive in March. And so I emailed her and she was like, there's a delay. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm having such a hard time. Whatever. I'm all about, you know, understanding, but give me a general update or post in your group because I know I'm not the only one wondering. So she tells me there's a delay. I'm like, okay, it's fine. They're not winter things. One of them is, but like, it's fine, whatever. I still want the outfits. And she's like, okay, well, one of them is here and I'll go ahead and send out that order. She said the swimsuits were on delay, which those weren't supposed to come until May anyways, so give her a little grace there. So she was like, I'll get that first order shipped out. What's your address? I'm locked out of my Shopify. So I sent her my address. Well, I still haven't received the order, which that was last week. So if I don't receive them today, I'm emailing her again. It's just a whole deal, okay? Should have received that order last week. Well, I haven't. And she said that there was a delay on the swimsuits, and I was like, that's fine, but we do go to the beach this summer. When are they supposed to come in? I want them for the summer, obviously, they're swimsuits. And she was like, hopefully I have them by the end of May. Annoying, but perfect. I forgot about these things. They're going to come when they come. Unless they're going to come at a later date, give me a refund. I wake up this morning, I'm taking Waylon to school, and I see in the group that someone, not the owner of the boutique, has posted in the group saying that the owner has removed herself from the group, deactivated her Facebook, and that's why we're no longer seeing any of her posts in the group. And then she did like a dash, like basically saying sincerely, and she's like, from a mom that's just wanting a refund from all of her outfits she ordered. Girl, what? You telling me I'm not getting any of these outfits? What's going on? I'm freaking out. Okay, so it's got like 80 comments of all these people saying, oh my gosh, me too. What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Same. What's going on? I'm going to email her. I go back to this group to look at the post, and the post is gone. Her Facebook is reactivated, and you can see all of her posts in the group. What? Is she about to make a general update? Oh, well, she's also turned off the group. So no posts, no comments, none of that. I'm so confused. Of course, my family is like, this is why we make fun of you for doing these pre-orders. Stop doing that, blah, blah, blah. Go file a claim. I will go file a claim, but I don't want to do that until she tells me I'm not getting my outfits because I want those outfits. That's why I ordered them. But like, what do I do? And what is she doing? Girl, make a freaking update. That's what I'm so irritated about, is because I'm so understanding, and I know so many other people are. But if you would just make an update and post it in the group so we'd all be in the same loop, people wouldn't be so pissed. So here I am wanting the outfits, but my family's telling me to go file a dispute. So do I go file a dispute for the 7 outfits that I have on order? Or do I keep being patient and waiting for my order? But if she would just make an update, I wouldn't be running to the bank to make a dispute, which I haven't, because I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt so she can email me back, because I understand everyone filing a dispute, she's losing thousands of dollars. And I don't want to see that happen, but I want my outfits. and if I'm not going to get my outfits, I'm going to go file a dispute. So I'm just highly irritated because, like, do I need to file a dispute, or are you going to send me the outfits?
What are your thoughts on this whole situation? Does this qualify as harming a child? There's only one right answer. Did you feel like you were getting yelled at through the screen too? Feel free to check out my last video where I talk about a brother and sister that went to Dr. Now for help. I also uploaded an unboxing video where I bought some vintage Barbie stuff, and you guys can see behind the scenes. I usually upload those as shorts so you can kind of see what I do for my Barbie scenes. Be sure to check out my last video in my Parents That Nauseate Me series where I talk about Kelly Bryant, who decided to leave her 3 children in a house of squalor for almost 5 years. I do have a store where you can purchase my artwork, both originals and prints. I am available for commissions. Just shoot me an email using the contact page and I'll get back to you in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. That is a very old reference. But thank you so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you like listening to this kind of stuff. I'm usually on camera, but if you feel the need to see my face, well, here it is. Anyways, have a great rest of your day. Bye!